Hello and welcome to today's trading session. Just a quick note, can you guys see and hear me? I'm just getting a bit of an error on my side, so just let me know if you can see the charts. I've got the DAX as usual. We've got the 4-hour chart here, which kind of indicates the layout that we're looking at on a longer term scale. We're not quite at all-time highs, but we've got, I guess, a couple of points above that area that we're not at all-time highs, so there's a good chance we can start selling down. So and if you're there, just let me know if you can see the screen or not. It's just not coming through on my playback, that's all. So we've got the levels here. We're kind of in the middle of nowhere, so what I'll be looking for, I'll just zoom in. Look, we've probably already filled the close gap because Germany's already open. So we've got the London session in 5 minutes time, but Germany's been open for an hour. The reason I'm doing this session right now is because London really drives the DAX overall. Like, we really get that volatility when London comes in. So that's the reason, I guess, I've changed back to the London time. And then in a week's time, I think that the time changes as well. So just be aware of that. Just let me know if you can see or hear me. Just want to make sure that I do have proper connection there. Just let me know in the chat if you can. But so we've got 4 minutes till the open, obviously using the order flow as usual when the market opens, and that's just to determine whether certain points, so these pivot points that I set every day, they change every day. They're based on the previous day's end of day data, and what we're looking for is basically a rejection off the levels. The close gap, I would consider that pretty much filled, so we're not looking for a gap fill at all. So yeah, gaps filled, probably just looking hopefully for a bit of volatility. If we can get some volatility in for the session and really see, I guess, some momentum into one of these levels, that's basically all I'm looking for. And then to have it confirmed with order flow. And as you watch these sessions, so this goes into a playlist, and as you watch these sessions over and over, you'll get a feel for the type of thing that I'm looking at and the type of reaction that we get when we do see the type of, I guess, reaction and response in the order flow in particular that we want to see. So yeah, there's no real examples that I can show you here, but there are examples throughout my other videos during the live sessions that I talk about, and I kind of describe what I look for. So for example, I look for thin volume in areas where there hasn't been too much price history just on the chart. So let's say this thin volume area was way up here at the highs and then followed by a massive order like this. Let's say that 15 instead of 15, that was say 50. That could be a really good indication that somebody's had a really big ask order, meaning a sell limit, it would probably be, and that would hopefully push the market down, and then followed by, say, quite a bit of bid side order after that big order on the ask side. So let's say that 8 was 50, followed by a 9, 12, 8 in quick succession. That could indicate that the market is really selling and pushing the market down. So we've got 1 minute till open, guys. No clear sort of direction today. Really just letting the market, I guess, go to where it needs to go, and we'll react accordingly if there's a setup coming. So not the strongest kind of layout pre-open. we'll have a look at, I guess, the weekly chart. We're really on that super high area where the wicks kind of formed previously. On the monthly, we've just had a massive push up this month, followed by quite a bit of rejection off the highs. On the daily, we're kind of working our way down. We had a bit of a retracement yesterday to the long side. So on the 4 hour is probably the most promising kind of layout. So it looks like it's starting to turn down. So we're open. We are open now, and we're just going to, I guess, wait it out and let this market figure out where it wants to go. Because from here, it could go up or down. So there's no, I guess, powerful target that I want to chase just at the moment. We are sitting fairly high in historic terms. So the market's just figuring itself out at the moment. So yeah, very, very undecided market. So basically the market was seeing the exact same kind of situation that I was seeing. There's no clear direction, and we're basically just waiting for the market to move impulsively in a certain direction into one of these levels, hopefully, and then we watch the order flow for that indication that we can turn around. So essentially just looking for good rejections, hopefully off, say, the R1 or the breakout long. We need a really impulsive move so it's quite clear that we're going to turn around, because like I said yesterday, I had a quick trade. I shorted off, I think it was the R2 or close to it at the 10 o'clock mark. Kind of came down close to, was it 9 o'clock? Yeah, so basically the market started to push down towards that previous day's high, or the extreme gap. Took a very quick short, got out, and then the market just powered up. So I did mention, you've just got to be careful of those days where it just goes up by 300 to 500 points. And it did just that. So really good exit. It was very fortunate that I didn't try and hold that trade yesterday. And as for today, it's very sort of undecided, I guess, as to what the market will do, in terms of my analysis at least. So yeah, I'm probably going to leave it there, guys. If the market does move, it's really slow and steady today. So we're 2 minutes in and we haven't really picked a direction just yet. It's kind of just hovering right on the previous day's high. And that's not the kind of trading situation that I want to kind of sit and wait out. So if we get an impulsive move all the way up to, I guess, this area, so the highs of today, including pre-market, around that R1 or the breakout long, I'll just be looking for rejections off these levels. Obviously, if we come down to, say, the pivot or even the breakout short in S1, I will be looking to potentially go long. However, I will be using the order flow to help make a decision as to whether these levels are actually going to play their part and have an impact. So I'm going to leave it there today, guys. Thank you for coming along and watching the session regardless. And yeah, basically, if you've got these levels or you can get these levels, that's all I'll be watching. Have a good one, guys.